Everything that is spoken or written is an invention that comes solely and exclusively from the one who creates it, no matter how many explanations are offered about what supports it, or what gave rise to the newly invented fact. The vision a being might have of the localized manifestation may resemble that of someone who frequently traverses Earth and observes a vast laboratory filled with elements that provoke constant and intense surprises. This being would always be curious or fascinated when faced with elements created to generate content in words and phrases, transformed into texts and sounds. These contents would be understandable as apparent guidance, yet would remain enigmatic in their deeper meanings. What is the raw material used in the formation of these elements? And what is the medium employed to transform it? The raw material of these elements is composed of experiences, perceptions, and emotions, captured and organized by consciousness. They are fragments of internal and external reality that, when interwoven with memory and imagination, generate the raw inputs of expression. The transforming medium is language, that is, a symbolic system that shapes these materials into intelligible forms of words, phrases, sounds, and images. Language acts as an alchemical crucible, where the immaterial becomes communicable. However, this process is never neutral. The transformation always carries the marks of its creator, their culture, time, and intention. Thus, the final product in the form of text, sound, and guidance may be superficially understood, but its true meaning remains veiled, like a layered code. The planet astonishes by hosting a vast number of mechanisms for spreading content devoid of meaning and importance, which end up being converted into manuals that guide the behavior of the very machines that produce them. It might be understandable, to an alien, the need a being in manifestation has to justify its existence. For the creator of things, this knowledge is implicit. But, at this point in space-time, this absence becomes incomprehensible and, at the same time, the continual generation of arguments not only obscures understanding, but also distances any being from true knowledge about the existence of things. It is surprising how easily submission to arguments that distort the natural functionality of things is accepted. And even more surprising is the difficulty in recovering the essential principles and elements that lead to true knowledge of causes. As long as this surprise persists, the alien perspective will continue to visit this fascinating laboratory. It is difficult to accept that the concepts attributed to gods are no longer believed, while only well-told and perpetuated stories receive acceptance and respect. Intelligence proves generous in supporting well-constructed narratives, wrapped in apparent reality, or real stories. These everyday narratives are what feed the need for supernatural beings, saints, and pontiffs. For the intelligence that sustains manifestation, continuous participation in the creation of artificial elements that maintain and perpetuate the manifested world itself is necessary.